hustling my whole life. I stay hustling my whole life.
Pitchin Grindin podcast with your host Klassik Anya Daffe and Aaron.
What up? What up? What up? Another week. We here. What's good?
We pitching and we grinding. You already know we got a special guest this week. You know what I mean? A lot of TV shit going on.
Yeah.
Big Sheldon Bailey, you know what it is. Anaya will be on. She's definitely had a couple events to do. She's getting in off the plane, but she's gonna be joining us in a little bit.
She's on.
Let him in.
I said she's on.
Oh, she's on?
She just ain't saying nothing. She on mute.
Oh, she's on mute.
Okay,
Damn.
there we go. Hey,
Yeah.
y'all. Well, I
Hey, what's up?
talking, y'all couldn't even hear nothing I was saying. I ain't even know.
Not a damn thing, but what up?
My bad, guys. Not too much, man.
What's up with the Punisher logo?
I love it.
Huh?
The Punisher logo.
Oh, yeah, you like my Punisher hoodie? This is one of my favorite hoodies. I've been had this hoodie so long. I don't know what I'm gonna do when the things start peeling, but shout out to Walmart because I know this hoodie got to be about 10 years old and it ain't started peeling yet.
Oh, that's good. Then. That's a good hoodie then.
I think we should make a new law on the show. If they ain't paying us, we don't shout these punk asses out.
Oh well, yeah, you right. Fuck them.
I think that we have our guesties in.
Cut the check.
Cut the check. Y'all want to get him on already?
Yeah, let's get him in.
Bring him in.
Right. Let him in and stuff. See what's going on.
What's good, y'all? Hey,
Big Sheldon Bailey, what's up this week?
man, I'm chilling. I'm good. How y'all?
Good. Where you at in the world today? I know you be moving around.
Yeah, I'm in Southern California, but I'm out like Temecula, which is like the Southern California wine country.
Okay.
Over that way.
I be seeing you post a lot of stuff from down there. That's your little getaway, ain't it?
It's one of them. I do like the wine spots. I try to get the Napa Valley when I can too. That's further though. That's up by the bay.
Right.
But yeah, I like to get out of LA. I'm really at heart, North Carolina country boy, man. So I try to get out the city like often, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So you're a country boy. So we see that you have a new show started June 5th.
Oh, yo, it's going down, baby. We got Clip.
Clip
is finally coming out, man.
The other side, the other basketball team of LA.
Yeah. People be sleeping on the Clippers, but my boys just got that W today. The Lakers lost yesterday. Clippers won today.
And we hear the Clippers, they're actually going to get their own stadium soon, right?
It's right down the street from the crib in Inglewood.
Everything good in Inglewood.
It's all good.
Well, Steve Ballmer got all that fucking money, so he should have been had that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they built it.
I feel like they're gonna get a lot of support with that stadium right there, though. I feel like
it's gonna be. It's right across. It's right across the street from SoFi Stadium, where the Rams and the Chargers play. Right. And it's Inglewood. It's only like maybe 2 miles from LAX. It's gonna go crazy.
So tell us a little bit about what Clip is gonna be like. What are we gonna expect with this show that's coming out?
Man, Clip really gets into the story of what happened with Donald Sterling when he lost the team, the situation with him and his mistress / assistant, and how it all blew up. It told we both. Yeah, but we also looking at it from the players' perspective as well, because they the ones that had to play, and it was a crucial time in their franchise history. It was a playoff series and all of this stuff. Like these guys was, contending for a championship, and all this craziness happened.
So that's funny you brought that owner up, because I saw a clip of a couple guys talking that played on the Clippers. Is that old buddy, the owner, while they're getting showered and changed, he would hawk on them.
Yeah, I can't get too much away, man. But we get into that. He was a notorious owner for a long time for not treating his players well. Kind of, the new age slave type mentality. He really felt like he controlled these guys' lives, and they owed him more than anything. And so it was an old school white master kind of mentality that wound up getting exposed. He got caught on the audio recording, because the old girl was recording all their conversations.
I remember that. Okay, that's
and when
where
they
I know the
came
name
to snatch
from.
all her stuff, his wife came to snatch all her stuff and sued her. It hit the fan. She leaked the joints and it went crazy.
So, the different dichotomy of that is that you had two teams, one stadium. You had one owner that gives people ownership and that shows love. I'm talking about Jerry Buss before his kids took over.
Yeah.
He was showing people love for real. Showtime and everybody was living it up. And then, you knew the other owner at these meetings is that the owners know each other was going down 20 years before the general public.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? They don't lock each other in. They don't call accountable. It's the rich man's club. But that's just my take on it.
Yeah, but what's crazy, a lot of people don't know because they kind of hint at it in the show. I think it is that a part of stay. But Donald Sterling loaned Jerry Buss money for the
Of
Lakers.
Donald Sterling.
Well, he had a lot of paper though, too, though.
He had like 160 buildings in LA.
Yeah.
Dude, crazy.
Wow.
Donald Sterling had it for real.
Yeah.
And I think they have a Syrian Jewish community out there where their paper, they don't even count it. They got so much money and they was holding them down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got
facts.
Yeah.
If they looking to adopt somebody, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
who?
Not you. You?
Hell no. These jokers won't adopt you. They'll try to sell you to Dubai or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you see how they wait till you see how they did old girl in the show. Like it's
wow. Oh yeah, I got
they had adopted her.
What network is
they
this? They
had basically adopted her and then it went left.
What network is this on? Tell the people where they
It's on FX. So you know it's in good quality too. It's on FX.
Wow.
When does it come out?
FX Hulu, June 4th.
June 4th.
All right,
FX Hulu was dropping, baby. Yeah, man. I play DeAndre Jordan.
Okay.
Wow. Lob City. Lob City in the building.
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny. Who's gonna play fucking Blake Griffin? He just retired last week.
My guy, Austin Scott. Austin Scott, you might have seen him. The Jazz Man. Tyler Perry's The Jazz Man movie. He's been in a few other things too.
Who playing Chris Paul?
Chris Paul, my boy J. Alphonse. Little Murder from Little Murder from
Little Murder from Peter Valley, J. Alphonse.
Yeah.
He's from the crib. You know he's from the crib. He's from Greensboro.
Yeah, he's from
North Carolina too. Okay.
Yeah. Chris Paul's from Greensboro.
They're from the same spot. Him and J. Alphonse.
I will say this, Chris Paul, I think he used to be the president of the Players Association, right?
Yeah.
So 2 out of 10 people love him. The rest, everybody can't stand Chris Paul's ass. From what I've heard. So we'll see that dynamic in the show.
It's definitely, that part is definitely in the show because Blake Griffin and DeAndre are best friends. Blake Griffin and Chris Paul, DeAndre, the 3 biggest stars on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we all saw the publicly they used to go at it. You know what I mean? So some of that is in the story, for sure. But yeah, Chris Paul could be hit or miss as far as, how people, take him. I've worked with Chris a few times. Chris is cool. He's pretty serious. And sometimes people think he's like too serious. Like he don't know how to relax.
Oh, I will say this though, right? If I'm in the Players Association, because people don't know that these jokers got to pay dues, right? And they get their health insurance and their medical from each other through the association, right? I will want a dude that's kind of serious if I'm paying dues to watch over my shit.
For sure. That's the reason why he got the job.
Yeah, like a collective bargaining agreement. Like you don't see these they're almost have baseball player numbers, right? Which was like baseball players doing 60, 70. These guys are getting 40, 50. I would want someone that's serious and that's a little stuck in the ass to watch the business.
Making sure you're getting paid.
Yeah, you get paid.
That's why he got the position. But it's always a guy that's very respected in the league. I believe CJ McCollum is the guy now.
Okay.
It's never really, you can't get that position and be a knucklehead. Like, you gotta be.
These guys, these guys go to, I think he went to Wake Forest. Dummies don't go to Wake Forest. They don't, smart dudes, you know what I mean? Like they could get better basketball players, but like, your ACT and SAT's got to be here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
yeah, all right. Big up to Chris Paul because evidently he was there for a while. He must have been doing something right.
He was there. Chris Paul was there for a long time. Here at the Clippers, I mean, the big bulk of his career was as a Clipper.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, him and Blake Griffin and all those guys were never able to, get it popping in the playoffs. And then that's that kind of the thing too, like this concept of a Clipper curse. Like out here in Cali and LA, everybody know about the concept of the Clipper curse. And like the Clipper curse will never lift until they get out of the Lakers building, right? So
Right.
that's why they need their own building.
Hey, Ken, am I wrong or am I right? You both know basketball better than me because I'm in and out of it. Right? Was Doc Rivers the fucking coach of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he was the coach.
Doc Rivers.
He was the
I
coach.
heard nobody could stand Doc Rivers' ass.
Well,
I don't know about all that, but Lawrence Fishburne playing Doc Rivers.
Oh,
That's what I
wow.
was gonna
That's
say.
dope.
I
Oh,
knew I
that
seen
is
you in
major.
something with Lawrence Fishburne. I was
That's
about to
dope.
get to that. Like, I was about to ask, what show was it that you was with him? Because I seen you post some like behind the scenes stuff. How was it working with Lawrence Fishburne? I mean, that's Ike.
It was crazy. Honestly, it was a very surreal moment in time. They added a couple scenes for me to interact with him even more. The night before I had my first one-on-one scene with him, it was almost like that Christmas, the night before Christmas, you know what I mean? Like, couldn't really sleep exactly because just looking forward to it, to be honest with you, and making sure that I'm on the level, you know what I mean? Like, I know I am, but this one of the GOATs out here. Like, this dude, like 40, 50 years in the game, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, all right, like, I hope my shit
With no
does
dubs.
well.
Everything he played in was good. Like, no duds.
He's a fucking thespian. I remember when I was a little kid and he used to be in, I don't know, it was like off Broadway. You know how guys really grind and then they make their bones? Like he's been at it a long time.
I remember
He's
him
one of
from
them
Spike Lee's
active
School
vets.
Days.
Yep.
That was one of the first, with, me growing up, Spike Lee movie, School Days.
I will say this. I heard don't call his ass Larry. He'll fucking hit you in the head with a mallet.
Nah, don't call him that. Man, I never been around somebody that just he's like demanding so much respect just off GP. Like how he moves, bro, is just just different. You know what I'm saying? Like and if you ask him, you talk to him, is Lawrence Mr. Fishburne. You know what I'm saying? Like if you cool with him, he might let you call him Fish or something like that. But like, nah, it's pretty much Lawrence and Mr. Fishburne. But he down to earth. He just move with a certain level of respect, and he treat people with respect though too. Though he's not a jerk about.
That's the biggest thing, right? He treats people with respect. That's what's up.
So he's looking for it in the same way.
Yeah. Somebody tried to grab him and place him somewhere on set, and he like removed his arm. It was like, you can ask me to step over there, but and then I'll decide if I want to go or not. And then I was like, dang, that was cold.
Well, so did you play basketball coming up on a college or high school level?
Oh, for sure. I was a high school All-American. I went to school with Anaya, so she I'm legendary for dunking on fools back at the crib. I went to college, played college basketball at Winthrop University, Florida International, and then I went and had a stint in the CBA, and I played in China, Taiwan. I did pro ball for like about 4 years before I really settled into my career in entertainment.
That's what it is. I see you're a rapper too. When did you start rapping?
Man, rapping, really college. I was like my freshman year in school. Man, I just got hit with so much info and just experiences. You know what I'm saying? I had always loved hip hop and always been penning, but I really like started writing and like getting in the studio and stuff like that when I was in college. And that's really where it grew.
So explain to the people, because, when we started the show, you said North Carolina country boy. So how does one go from North Carolina country boy basketball player to June 4th of 2024 being in a series on FX with Lawrence Fishburne?
Man, because I always had Hollywood dreams, yo. I ain't even gonna front. I had hoop dreams, Hollywood dreams, and I just knew I was gonna get out of that. I was gonna take it there. And one of the motivations of getting to where I'm at, where I want to go in my career, is being from where we from. Because it was like nobody from Fayetteville I knew that had made it to TV. That was long before J. Cole or long before Dennis Smith Jr. went to the NBA. We didn't have nobody that made it, you know what I'm saying? Really like nowhere major.
Nowhere, yeah.
You know what I mean? At best, they was gonna go, you might go to Duke or you might go to Carolina to hoop. But like nobody was really on the radio, nobody was really on TV. So I was like, man, I loved all that stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna like rock with the kids and the people and be like, nah, you can make it and you can do it. And like I literally do that. You know what I mean? I go to schools and I got projects out. I come and I go talk to the kids at the school. I'm like, I'm from here. You know what I'm saying?
I
went over
went
there.
back to Southview. How was that? How was that experience going back to your high school alma mater, being able to talk to the kids and stuff?
Man, that was crazy because that's where I started like acting on that stage right there. I took drama class with Mr. Davis. And so for it to be like 20 years later or however long to be on that stage and have an audience of these young people looking at me for some inspiration, to be able to rap, you know what I'm saying? Rap on Saturday on campus, you know what I mean? And like show my TV shows on the screens for the kids and then talk to them I talked to them for like 2 hours. They basically blocked me off like, you know what I mean, a whole class period, 2 classes or something like that. So it was like my curriculum.
Because we had 90-minute classes at Southview, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's my curriculum right there. Like, this is my opportunity to drop some gems on these kids. And I was in the same halls. I seen all the same craziness, all the good and the bad from that school. And they just like, yo, our school need like a morale boost or whatever. And so I was like, man, this is one of the reasons why I even did this in the first place. So I appreciate that they even brought me back and did all that.
What was your first acting role when you felt like, yo, this is going the way I planned it to go?
Shameless. When I got on Shameless, that was wild crazy, bro. Because I had been auditioning my behind off for a few years, man. And I was eating off these basketball commercials. I ain't gonna front. I was like, as far as the brand was concerned, like I wasn't really tripping, but I wasn't fulfilled creatively. Like I'm like way more than the basketball player. Like when it comes to this acting, and so I just was like, when they called me for Shameless, I couldn't really believe it. And then they gave me like a multi-episode situation out the gate. So I was just like, oh, nah, this is crazy. Like, I'm recurring on a hit show. Like, and this don't got nothing to do with basketball, like a freaking construction worker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm over here with all these white people on Shameless. You know what I mean? And that crazy fandom that came with Shameless. I was just like, dang, bro, like, I'm out of here.
So, what roles won't you do?
Ooh.
Yo, son. Yo, this is the number one question from my friend, from people from back in the crib. You always get this question.
From the crib. That's why I was asking. We from the crib.
Man. I think it's a sliding scale with some of these things. I usually feel like this is usually dealing with probably homosexuality.
No, I wasn't talking. I wasn't talking. I was. That's what I'm wondering. No, I wasn't. So I'm talking about the art, because some people don't want to put themselves in certain light. They go, you know what?
Yeah.
But I don't want to go that route. It's not a good look.
And now that's real, because there's some actors that are very serious that probably would have never took the role that I took on Nickelodeon, right? But I saw that as an opportunity, and I had a lot of fun, and that gave me a great platform for some kids, you know what I mean? But I can see what you're saying. There's some people that wouldn't have done that because they don't feel like people would have took them serious, you know what I mean, if they would have did that type of situation. For me, I'm open for the challenge pretty much across the board. There's been a couple things. Like one, I did had to read the slave role one time. That was like, I ain't really like it. Like the overall project was dope, but then how they kept making the slave, like I was like, bro, like dumber than this. Like I was like, I really feel like I'm literally saying these lines as dumb as I could fucking say. Like I'm like, dang, like how much ignorant this nigga supposed to be? Like,
But
you want me drooling on myself in this joint? Like I was like, yo, this is like weird.
so
So it was like that one got frustrating to me because I was just like, I didn't want to perform it that way, and then I just didn't think it needed to be performed that way, and I couldn't really
get into it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. You know what I mean? So that's that. As far as the other thing is concerned, to me, I keep my options open. I haven't had to experience that yet. Some of these things come across my table, as we say. I'm probably more like I feel like I'm not saying I would never do a gay role, but it would need to be. It would need to be.
There's levels.
It just have to be. You know what I mean? I want to be walking to the.
You had to read that script.
Empire type of thing.
You don't want nobody grabbing Swanson on thing, but I mean, if there's like there's got.
I could see you doing like Empire gay, not necessarily P Valley gay, because P Valley they go all
P Valley go all in.
But I could see you doing like an Empire kind of gay. Like Empire gay was like soft.
There's different gay roles.
Either way, it's not my preference, and I wouldn't want it to be something to just brush over. You know what I mean? Right. To me, if I do it, it would need to be of significance.
Yeah.
I feel like with J. Alphonse, your co-actor,
my castmate.
Yeah, your castmate. I think that he did a great job of depicting his character. And I've actually seen him host Club 919 here in Durham, and how he carries himself outside of that role. It's like you're still able to respect him as a heterosexual man. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't there body doubles? I bet you my contract. Like, yeah, my body double can get his ass.
Bro, I'm 6'6", 250. I don't know how many
you are
body doubles. Nah, you gonna do what you got to get into it. You got to be down to play the game. Fortunately to this point, I haven't really nobody's twisted my arm to do that. I had to do some wild stuff in Shameless.
Like
you know what I mean?
What?
So I had
for the kids.
Man, I had to do a full frontal.
Good. Bro, you'll be all right.
Nah, it's on Shameless. Nah.
That's all. Do what I do when I go to Brazil. I just prep for 3 minutes. That's it.
You know what I mean? So that one was wild. Well, the thing is, see, theoretically, what you say it sounds cool, right?
Yeah,
but in the work environment,
it's like
not really. You don't really got the opportunity to prep. You know what I mean? Like how you might respectfully to your castmates.
Stomach is all fucked up. It's not.
I'm over here in the corner trying to get myself right. You know what I mean? Like, and then you got to do the joint like 20 times anyway. So you think it's never like a one. It's a very few times it's a one and done. So they started from the wide angle. I was like, oh, that's cool. Okay, they're all the way over there. They kept coming around. I was like, dang, straight down the barrel, fam. I had to run straight down the barrel with that joint, bro.
You know how people be looking at pictures and be like, let me see that self. He was like, hold up. Let me see that.
Yeah, but I knew what show I was getting on. I knew what I was getting into. And they presented the opportunity. It wasn't like I just got the set and they told me. Yeah. Before the script came out, they called my agent. They was like, hey, we want Shell to do this. And then she called me and was like, what do you think about it? And she was like, well, they said they got you written in more episodes. And they want you to do this one, but if you don't do it, there's no guarantee.
Oh,
so I was like,
so the wanted to see your Swanson. That's what they said. What's
You know
this
what I'm saying?
about?
Like, yeah, they wanted that joint on TV, man.
But that opportunity
Like,
led into other things for you
of
in the
Yeah,
future.
they
bro,
said,
I
oh,
went
Yeah,
from one episode to 9
Meat is
episodes.
yeah.
verified. He can do other shows.
I went from 1 episode to 9 episodes on
Mm.
Shameless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably would have wound up staying on that show even longer if it wasn't for some other stuff. But it was all good, man. To be honest with you, like, it was nerve-wracking at the time. I didn't really want to do it. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, that conversation pops up randomly. You know what I mean? Like, but it is what it is. But I would like, as an actor in this industry, as a heterosexual man, I I do feel it's like I have pressure on me to make those decisions, and I'd rather just be an actor and to be able to act and do what I want to do and do what I
Right.
need to do versus the judgment that comes with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Especially when it comes to like being black and black actors and
Yeah,
what's acceptable for white actors versus black actors. And
right.
for a guy like J. Alphonse, you know what I mean? Like, even though you respect it, there's a lot of people that don't respect it or criticize him or whatever. That man got a wife, he got kids, you know what I'm saying?
I
Got
think
a
And
what
big
his
helped
career
him,
has gone crazy since then.
yeah, I think what helped him out a lot is that
He played that role good as
seeing
hell
him
though.
in that, regardless of seeing him in that role with, what's his name or whatever, Uncle Clifford, there was still thousands and thousands of women that was like highly attracted to that man and did not care. They were like, we want J. Alphonse, damn, like Lil Murder, like, and Lil Murder was a believable character that, regardless of where we talk about it or not, we know that it's 1 out of 15 of him in every hood right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might not
more.
talk about it, but that's the reality of the situation. And I ain't even gonna hold you. It was some songs on there that was hot. I listened to it on the way to work. So, like, Lil Murder had his own fan base. You know what I'm saying? As a character, like, with the music. So I feel like that helped it too. Like, I feel like it's all about how you go about presenting the character to people.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I respect him for the confidence that
For sure.
bestilled and, doing
I
his thing.
respect his wife
And
for
he making stupid bread though. You know what
holding
I'm
that
saying?
down.
Like, my man's over there eating, doing his thing. And I rock with him. You know what I mean? Like, he never fronted on me, you know what I mean? We tap in from time to time. Like, you know what I mean? That dude keep it a hundo. Like, he got a strain. You know what I'm saying? He passed me some of the strain, you know what I mean? Like, he's
Oh,
just the
nice.
homie.
Nice. Happy belated 420. Yeah.
That is
We had a
that.
whole holiday
421 the
yesterday.
day after.
Yeah, facts, facts, facts. So with your acting and everything, you got the show coming out June 4th. Is there anything else we can expect from you, this year that you would like to let us know about? I know you do a lot of appearances at award shows and things like that.
Yeah, I'll be popping out. One of the gigs I got going is my marketing consultant. That's really been growing, using my experience in this industry to help brands, to connect with brands, consult with them, True Religion, Tote Carry Luggage, Hollywood Burger. So that's something that I'm continuing to grow professionally and just continuing to use my network to advance that. I do have one other project that is actually cool because clip comes out on the 4th and then on the 5th. It's a short film, but it premieres in Tribeca Film Festival. And Tribeca Film Festival is one of the most reputable, highly respected film festivals in the world. And so I have a part in the short film that premieres at Tribeca Film Festival on June 5th. It's actually part of the Rising Voices initiative, which is this was produced by Lena Waite's production company, Hillman Grad. So really excited about that and just continuing to just like grow my career outside of sports stuff.
Is there any plans for you to put out your own film and anything like that? You got some ideas?
Man, I was about to put the pressure on some people this week, bro, because they've been for real, man. They've been kind of lagging. I'm like, man, because I got scripts, I got the people. I produced a lot of content thus
Mhm.
far. You know what I mean? Major stuff for True Religion, stuff for other people, and so I'm just really and what kind of got me going again is FX put out the trailer and I'm in the trailer. And this is not just a trailer for Clip. This is a network trailer. This
Okay.
for all the shows that's coming out. And I'm in that joint twice. I'm just like, man, what's good? Like, I see my guy from Shameless, Jeremy Allen White, who's starring in The Bear. He a producer on The Bear. So I'm just like, man, like, I'm not that far. You know what I mean? It's just like, just trying to figure out how to navigate and get to that executive producer status, my guy.
Yeah, I feel you.
I
What
love it, man.
what about the music? You got any projects, any songs you coming out
Yeah.
soon? Like,
Yeah. So whenever I be holding on to the music because I just try to be strategic. I've been cooking up for a minute. And every once in a while I drop here and there. I dropped a mixtape in 2020. I put out a single last year. So I got the single that I got right now called Colors.
hmm
So we is finishing up all the artwork and everything. I shot the video in Argentina. So I'm super
I'm
excited about that. I just really waiting for the right time. But with the TV show coming out, and the short film coming out and the marketing consulting going well. It's about that time. And this video is very cinematic. It's beautifully shot. I used all Argentine people to work on it. My shooter was Argentine and my editor is Argentinian. You know what I mean? And so I'm like really excited that like it's like a real international music video, and then like the bars is crazy. I just like it's just a nice flow, man.
what's the song about?
It's
You said
called
colors.
Colors. Colors, colors,
Like
So
the
colors,
is it
like
kind
the
of like
colors,
the
movie
green,
Colors?
LIC
blue,
joint?
red,
Oh, okay,
black,
okay,
white,
okay.
dead, colors, colors, colors.
So it's more
Yeah.
about ethnicity, not necessarily gang colors.
It's about overall concept of colors.
Okay.
Like just the immenseness of colors, how they bring us together, how they bring us apart, our ambitions. You know what I mean? Like I live in LA. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I
Right.
can't make a song about colors and kind of take an iced tea cadence
Yeah.
without having some reference to that. You know what I mean? But before I
That
put blue and red there, I put green because I feel like that's the color that we chasing more than any of that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
right.
And then we got black, white, obviously racial colors as well. All of that. So this is a play on the words, you know what I mean? Showing my lyrical skills throughout that, tying in different colors and cool color concepts. And then, but with a really like aesthetically pleasing, colorful video. That's I'm blowing out right there. Oh yeah. The my fault with the sun, I'm tripping. Oh, there we go. With there's a place in Argentina called La Boca.
Okay.
And so La Boca is mad colorful, like all over the place. But it's colorful like that because the Italians that arrived there like over 100 years ago, they literally used their boats to build their houses. And so it's all these colorful houses, and it's still like that to this day. And it's like a big tourist place. And so we just went over there to La Boca, man, and shot the joint up.
So
Nice, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Would you um would you consider going back like into sports full time, or do you think acting is like really where it's at for you?
I like marketing consulting, so I can see myself doing that on the sports level. Like I give you an example. True Religion hired me to do the NBA All-Star Weekend campaign. You know what I
I
mean?
remember
So
hearing.
me, that's right up my alley. We got basketball, we got hip hop culture, we got fashion, bring it all together. So yeah, I would love to do that, for all different types of companies. You know what I mean? Clothing and fashion is the main thing right now, but I mean it can grow to beverage companies, alcohol companies, food, whatever. You know what I mean? Because I got so much different experience from all these basketball commercials, but I just wasn't just playing basketball. Like I was paying attention. You
yeah.
know what I
Right.
mean? Especially when it comes to like my body double stuff with LeBron James. Like I had to work with ad agencies like most actors don't get to interact with ad agencies. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the wrap of the commercial, I'm the only talent in there with producers and ad agencies. You know what I mean? Sharing cocktails and having conversations. I'm listening. I'm paying attention. Negotiating my own deals. You know what I mean? I'm at LeBron on set for all the time that you don't have LeBron. You know what I mean? So I'm paying attention to how we move, and people got to interact with me. You know what I mean? Like, this is a world-class director here to direct LeBron, but he got to work with me for 12 hours because we don't got LeBron right now. So I'm learning all of this stuff. So it'll take all of these different things, man, and implement them, and we could take it to whatever Fortune 500 company, whatever, and like do the campaign and blow it up crazy. So it could be sports, entertainment, whatever. I mean, it's what I love the most, and I'm very knowledgeable about it. So it's cool. I just wanted to be able to be creative, to be honest with you.
How many points did you score when you was in playing in college? What'd you average?
Not that many. I averaged 5 points a game.
Well, shit, you could go to the NBA. You could have went to the NBA. They about to put Bronny into the NBA, averaging 5 points a game.
Well, that's one thing. Also, what about Bronny? The thing is, there's a lot of good players, a lot of places that don't get the proper opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I felt like I was a little ahead of my time, where I was a big guy, but I was skilled. But they just kind of really saw me always like as a center.
Yeah,
But really, in reality, I'm only 6'6". You know what
that's
I'm
shooting
saying?
guard.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was able to handle the rock and all that, but I got these big shoulders, and I just wound up getting stuck playing center. So it was very frustrating for me because I just was kind of undersized and not really in the position and flow the way I
Yeah,
wanted to. But you know what I mean? If you put me in the gym, in the open gym, with any of those guys at that time, like, I'm killing everybody. You know what I mean? So systems are important. And
yeah.
I do believe that Bronny is better than the system that he was in this year. And I can see he has NBA quality and capabilities, but I think it is a little bit early. I think he should probably do
He
one
should
more
stay.
year.
Yeah, he need to stay
I
alone.
think he should do one more year, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. But the kid has great ability more than what his numbers show. That's what I'm saying.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
We hear a lot of talk about the pay situation among actors, especially, our men and women of color and everything like that. And then not too long ago, it was like all the actors were on strike. And I think I saw you actually supporting, what's the don't get me on the technical
I'm
term,
in
but
the
it's like,
union. I'm a member
yeah,
of the union, the Screen Actors Guild. The Screen Actors Guild. I'm a member. I've been a member of the union. All the basketball commercials got me in the game. I've been in there about 13, 14 years. My son just had to join the union himself.
nice.
He's been doing some stuff. So for me, yeah, I had to support it. I had to support it because I'm a member of it. Like, my health insurance, and for me and my dependents is on there. My pension. You know, I'm over here sweating bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, the 65-year-old shall need that.
yeah.
so, so yeah, I supported it. I mean, there's obviously always going to be discrepancies with gender and race and things like that. But, some people are able to work beyond that, work past that, and get to some large bags. You know what I mean? I don't think Will Smith really hurting. I don't think Denzel really hurting. But
No.
yeah,
Right.
there's a lot of guys up under that
But they paid
that
their
wasn't.
dues. Like, you can't cheat those guys. Like, they,
Yeah, yeah.
the resume.
But that strike was more for the everyday actor, not so much for, and also for us to get the bigger piece of the pie across the board, because streaming has changed the nature of the
Mm-hmm.
industry. And so companies like Netflix and Hulu have been raping the game,
Easy.
not paying properly. You know what I mean? The royalties and residuals and the fees for the streaming. So streaming has the pay structure hasn't kept up with the success of streaming, and so they've been kind of milking that for a while, but it finally came to the head like, hey, now we got to figure some things
See,
out.
that's what the
Netflix,
music
you know what I'm
business
saying?
need. That's what the
Yeah,
music
like
business need
Netflix.
because
Oh,
they're
the
getting
music,
raped.
but yeah, but the music business is more gangster.
Yeah.
So You know what I mean? I don't know if they're ever gonna be able to really come through and have it. They try to manage it with ASCAP and all that stuff, but that ain't no SAG union. That
Nah,
ain't it.
nah,
Because
nah.
we
They
got
ain't
rules
gonna
and
do it
regulations.
the right way.
Yeah, you can't even film without the union. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't that type of thing. Everything is rules and regulations.
Yeah, it's
So
more
a lot of
controlled
times when
there.
people ask me about my career and the success and the casting couches and all that, like, hey, all that's out there for you to find. You know what I mean? But all my business, you know what I mean, been done in the daylight and actual proper offices and all of that through the structure of how the union does it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so, I mean, you could push the limits and try to go, you know what I mean, do something, be willing to do something to find somebody at a party. But mine been, you know what I mean, been straight business.
You on that?
Mhm.
Anything
Word.
else you want to tell the people?
Um, well, I'm excited about Clip. I'm reading consistently, so we hoping that this is another, step forward and upward in my career, and hopefully, by the end of this year, we have some other big news to talk about it. I am excited to put out some music and to do some press stuff with Clipped and all of that, and drop some music around there. LA is going to be going up with this show, and all the different relationships that's been growing with the marketing consulting. So yeah, just like stay tuned. This is going to keep getting bigger and better, and different cool like collaborations with different brands and major artists.
So, two things. One, I want you to let the people know where they can find you. And two, I heard you mention that your son is now also in the union. Congratulations on that. I know that's like an amazing feeling that he's, following in your footsteps. I know he's a baller, but now he's, what I'm saying, doing his entertainment thing too. If a parent is trying to get their child involved in that kind of thing, what do what do you suggest to a parent? Because a lot of parents have super talented kids, but they don't even know where to start.
All right, that's a two-parter. So I'm gonna focus on the latter part first, which is the kids in the industry and the business. And you and I had actually talked about doing something in North Carolina, a clinic
Right.
to help people to assist them in getting going in the industry, going about the right routes. You know what I mean, keeping your kids safe. Um, I am somewhat associated with that documentary, Quiet on Set, because that was my executive producer for 3 years at Nickelodeon. So that really like resonates with me,
Mm-hmm.
and it inspires me to actually want to do this even more now for the young people.
Yeah.
Um, so the industry you can definitely benefit from it, but I definitely think it's something that people got to really want to do, and you got to understand the potential pitfalls and also the financial ramifications and things that come that are part of this. Now, me being in this industry, I've been able to have this first person for me, and so I've learned along the way, and I put my son in different things along the way, but I didn't force him. You know what I mean? Like there was a period of time when he was a little kid, and he was very nervous about auditioning, and like he would be so stressed about it. I stopped having them audition. He came
Mm-hmm.
to me and was like, Dad, I want to audition. But every time he would freaking have like a nervous breakdown,
Mm-hmm.
right? Unless it was basketball or I was in there with him, he was tripping, right? And then so we didn't do it for a while. But then he was able to do one when he was about like 8 or 9, and then he got a little more comfortable and doing more stuff. So I was like, all right, let's stick mostly to sports because that's what made him more comfortable
Mm-hmm.
to do sports stuff. So we all right, cool. Basketball, football, audition, no problem. But if you had to maybe put him in some slacks and some hard bottoms, he ain't trying to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if it's a boys thing and there's like a bunch of girls in there, he was tripping. But then he got older, and then also he started understanding money a
Mm-hmm.
little. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold up, you telling me I just made $1,500? You know what I'm saying from this thing I just did right now for a 12-year-old. 1,500 is
That's a lot of money. It's a lot of paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He froze up. Bad
Uh-oh.
stuff. But yeah, that's a lot of money. $1,500 for a kid at 8, 9-year-old, 12-year-old,
Shoot, if I could
15-year-olds.
do one gig and make 1,500, that's a lot of money to an adult.
Yeah, for real.
Because I mean, you
Especially
got to think how many people go to work and they don't even make that just in 1 week. They
in
have to
one
go
week.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have to work 2 weeks just to make that. So even as an adult, that's what I'm saying,
yeah, that's good
a
money.
decent amount of money. So
Yep.
I don't know. I think Sheldon still froze up on us. I definitely want to let the people know where they can find him at. If he comes back in, we can bring him back in for this last little segment. But you can follow him on Instagram. That's at Big Shell Bailey. Actor, athlete, rapper, humanitarian, does a lot of different stuff for the community. And like you said, we have been chopping it up about putting together like a clinic here in North Carolina, between Raleigh, Fayetteville, and Charlotte. Because there are a lot of people and you don't really see that anymore. Like we was talking about when we was coming up, you used to have like, I don't know if people remember, but there was companies like Barbizon, and they would come to the towns and, like get your headshots and, just get little basic stuff together that a lot of parents don't even know where to start. And they would kind of give you that startup. Some people would say, "Oh, this didn't work," but you got to work it for yourself. Like they're giving you, they're giving you that foundation, that start, but you have to look a step further. So the clinic that he was wanting to put together basically is giving you that foundation, but also telling you, okay, this is what your next step needs to be.
Yeah. Well, somebody need to start, and that's a great help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. So we're still working on the date, location, that kind of thing. Because he lives in LA. So it's definitely got to be, something that we coordinate when he come back to the East Coast. But yeah, definitely something we're looking forward to. What else we got going on this week, Klassik?
It's just normal stuff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing spectacular. Normal week, normal work, pitching and grinding. That's it. Same stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long week. But had the event yesterday, Taste of Doja Festival out at Doja Vineyard. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of artists, a bunch of vendors. It was a vibe.
Yeah.
Like that space is
good.
so big.
Good
yeah, it was a diverse, it was a really diverse lineup. I enjoyed it. Because it wasn't all just hip hop. Like it was some pop. There was this one artist. I mean, he had dancers and everything.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, like
he was well prepared.
He had dancers and everything. It was crazy because I had met the dancers in the bathroom. I didn't even know they was there to, perform. I just thought they were there just, hanging out. Yeah. Next thing you know, I see them on stage. They got the whole choreography. They pop locking. I was like, okay, get it. But it was cool, and it was perfect weather. Like today, the weather's trash, but it was perfect weather. So yeah, it was a vibe. It was a long day, but it was a vibe.
Hey, as long as it was good, that's all that matters.
Yep. So let me see what else we got.
I don't know. You got these battles out here. You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
Oh man, why Chris Brown? Hold on, wait a minute.
Everybody talking about these battles.
Yo, I heard the Chris Brown one maybe like an hour before we got on today, and listen, because I had only heard clips of it, but I heard the whole thing. Quavo just don't need say that.
Everybody's saying the R&B got rapping harder than the rappers.
But they always say that though. They always be like, "Don't let this R&B fool you." And now they showing them like just because the dude can sing don't mean he not. Because I always heard like, for example, Carl Thomas. Everybody be like, Carl Thomas
he the sensitive guy.
But Carl Thomas really is about that life though. Like there was a reason why he didn't have the same story with Bad Boy that a lot of other artists had, because he wanted to be played with. They was like, yeah, he sing, but it was like Carl Thomas really that dude who like don't play with him.
Yeah, The music is just different. I can't even really get into it. I can't even take Drake
I
serious
know, because
coming
you're
at
a real
somebody.
true hip hop head, so I know
Yeah,
you
like
out here like, man, what is this
like Drake
debauchery?
voice it's not powerful enough for me to be like, yo, he
Yeah,
just cooked.
I enjoy Chris Brown's better than Drake's. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
see?
saying? But
And
that's because I feel like, you know, Drake is an actor. Chris Brown is an artist.
mm-hmm.
And there's definitely a difference. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I got a dose of Chris Brown's versatility when he had that song with Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah.
Everybody forget about that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? People forget
Mm-hmm.
like you can't really to be on a song with Busta Rhymes
Mm-hmm.
and not completely be overshadowed. That takes talent.
But he could do both though. He could rap and sing. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah,
was
that's what I'm
rapping on
saying.
the
Like Chris Brown can hold his weight. I feel like in either one.
yeah.
People just like to see him more so in the dancing, singing type of thing, but don't get it twisted.
I think it was that 50 Cent song Romeo and Juliet. He was spitting.
Yeah. Like people forget, like he's got a few out there that he really, you know what I'm saying? He's never
Yeah.
had a song where he was spitting on it. You was like, oh, that's trash. Like
Yeah, nah,
everything
he
that
was
he
he
has
was
out,
actually rapping. Yeah.
he actually be spitting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. And then if you just watch his lives and stuff like that, when he be Chris is a shit talker
Yeah.
naturally. Like it's like playing the dozens with a nigga. Like you not gonna win.
Yeah.
Like that comes natural to him. So putting it on the pen, like putting it to a beat, it's nothing.
Yeah. Well, Quavo, he ain't gonna respond because his ain't gonna be good at all.
I don't feel like he should.
He
Honestly,
don't
it's one
need
of those
to.
things. Yeah, I feel like just let people just leave it alone and hope people forget because
Yeah, because that definitely ain't his lane, and he
it's
definitely
gonna
don't
make
need
him
to.
look worse.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the face of every single meme you could think
Yep.
of. Just leave it alone.
Hey, I hope he leave it alone. But you know how people is out here. He will more than likely respond back. It's crazy, but
I don't think so.
I
I
hope
think
he
he's gonna
don't.
leave it alone. I feel
I,
like if it was Offset, Offset would probably respond. But I think Quavo gonna leave it alone.
well, shit, they all don't need to respond.
Yeah,
Even if
yeah.
it was for him, leave
Well,
it
you know,
alone.
him and Offset ain't really, since
Yeah.
the whole yeah, but
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, boy. And they dragging Sweetie. There was some tweet where they like gave a list of I guess her bodies, and I felt like that was kind of
So hold up, Chris Brown dealt with her too. Oh, I didn't know. Damn, she just running through the industry.
that's what the reference was when he was like something something something. It was kind of sweet. Da 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 da. I got that tea,
That's MC
sweet tea,
Hammer's niece or something like
sweet
that.
tea. Yeah, and then that was the whole fight between them two. That's how they broke up because she dealt with Offset.
Yeah. Man, she just running through the whole damn industry. Now she dealing with what's my man out there in Cali?
Who YG or
Yeah,
which one?
YG.
Yeah. So
And no telling whoever else she dealt with. Damn, you gotta
yeah,
slow
and
down.
then that was the thing between. That's why Lil Baby and his baby mama had issues too because she posted the picture with them shopping when Lil Baby had took her shopping.
You gotta chill out. Like that
I'm
ain't a
like,
that ain't a
girl,
that ain't a good look. Like you could date, some
especially when your music out here flopping, you got 1,000,000 and something followers on Instagram, but you can't even get 700 streams. Like, come on now.
celebrities. They be trying to get him a pass when they do stuff like that, but
I don't think nobody's giving her a pass. They're definitely calling her a pass around.
they should. They shouldn't give
Yeah,
her a
like she's a
pass.
gorgeous girl. She really could have played her cards a lot differently. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I definitely feel like it affects her career. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, like
You seen her episode in BMF? Well, I ain't
I
seen.
did, and I actually okay. So that's the thing. I liked her episode in BMF, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and that's here's the crazy part. I liked her episode in BMF. I've actually seen where a lot of people have been giving her props about the episode, saying that she did a much better job than Young Miami. They was
Mm-hmm.
like, nope, she told him she ain't showing her titties. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
she had a cool role. It was respectful, and it's like, okay, we would love to see more Sweetie. Like, okay, we like this for you, and it's overshadowed by her personal life
Yeah.
and all of this because, like, literally, what is this? Like a week later, 2 weeks later,
Mm-hmm.
this should come out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like Meg Thee Stallion, same thing. It's like it's kind of unfortunate, but when you're a woman, like those things do matter, and you have to be mindful of that because whatever you're doing in your personal life could overshadow all
Right.
the awesome shit you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Professionally.
Right.
Nobody's
And
talking about the BMF shit no more. Everybody now is talking about how Chris Brown is mentioning you. And
I didn't even know they dealt with each other until to that point.
yeah.
That's crazy. But
yeah, Chris Brown been talking junk to Quavo since like 2021, I think. I posted something in my story about it. he been calling Quavo out for a minute.
Oh well,
So.
if he ain't said nothing all that time, he ain't gonna respond back.
Oh no, he's not. He's not gonna respond. And I don't think he should. Chris Brown is one of them. You're not gonna win.
Yeah, he's
You
like
know,
a
it's
50
like
Cent. He's gonna keep going.
yeah, and it's hard to when a person don't care. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can't find something that they genuinely like, he don't have no shame and nothing. He was drugged through the mud publicly for however long behind the reality. Like you're
Because
not gonna win that with him.
he made some type of comment, something like that. People kind of pissed off about.
Oh yeah, in the song he was talking about. We saw you be in the fighting a girl in the elevator.
Nah, not that. He
Oh.
said, I don't think this was in the song. He said something about he wished that Quavo was dead over what's the other guy from
in the song he was like,
Oh, that was in the song too?
Yeah, that was in the song. He was like
right.
basically saying that
He wished he died.
Not him, but everybody was like, because he's kind of the weakest link of the group.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he ain't really lie. Nobody, we would love to have, you know what I'm saying, Takeoff back. Yeah. Not wishing death on nobody, but I mean, lyrically, when you put it like that, like nobody's really disagreeing. Everybody loved Takeoff. Quavo was the weakest one out of the group.
So
everybody loved Takeoff.
I don't know, but that's Pitching and Grinding. We'll see you next week.
All right, Pitching and Grinding.